Spiritual powers through retention explained. Introduction. Across history, humanity has searched for ways to unlock hidden potential, transcend ordinary consciousness, and touch the realm of the divine. Among the countless practices passed down by sages and mystics, one principle consistently reappears in spiritual traditions across the world: semen retention. Known in yogic philosophy as brahmacharya, in Taoist practice as the conservation of dijang, and in Western esoteric circles as sexual transmutation. This discipline is more than physical restraint. It is a conscious choice to redirect the most potent creative energy of life into higher planes of being. Advocates have long claimed that such retention grants clarity of thought, mastery over impulses, and even extraordinary spiritual powers. In this essay, we will explore the roots of semen retention, the philosophy behind it, the supposed spiritual powers it awakens, and how modern science offers insights into this ancient wisdom. The life force in ancient traditions. Every civilization has held a concept of vital life energy. In India, it is called prana, in Chinaki, and in Greece, pneuma. This energy is believed to animate the body, fuel the mind, and connect humans with the cosmos. Semen, being the carrier of life itself, was regarded as the densest form of this energy. To waste it carelessly, sages warned, was to weaken one's vitality, shorten life, and scatter spiritual focus. The Upanishads describe semen as the essence of food, the essence of blood, the essence of man. Taoist masters spoke of its transformation into subtle energies that nourish the body's spiritual centers. Christian mystics, too, advocated chastity as a path to holiness and divine union. In all these traditions, retention was not about repression, but about refinement, conserving the seed and raising it up the spine to awaken higher consciousness. Semen retention and spiritual discipline at its core. Semen retention trains the mind to master desire. Desire is among the strongest forces in human psychology. To govern it is to free oneself from enslavement to the senses. Ancient yogis practiced celibacy to direct their attention toward meditation, allowing the energy that would be lost in passion to instead fuel concentration, memory, and insight. Retention also builds willpower. By denying immediate gratification, practitioners cultivate discipline that extends into all areas of life: diet, speech, work, and thought. This self-control becomes the foundation for spiritual ascent, because higher states of consciousness demand purity, balance, and unwavering focus. The path of transmutation retention alone, however, is not enough. Energy that is not properly redirected can cause frustration, restlessness, or even aggression. Thus, ancient masters taught the art of transmutation, converting sexual energy into spiritual power. This is achieved through meditation, deep breathing, pranayama, chanting, and visualization practices that guide energy up the spinal column toward the brain. The yogic science of Kundalini awakening describes how conserved energy rises through the chakras, activating dormant centers of perception. When it reaches the crown of the head, the practitioner experiences union with the divine. In a samadhi, Taoists similarly taught the microcosmic orbit meditation, circulating energy through internal channels to refine sexual essence into spirit. Spiritual powers siddhis through retention. Many spiritual texts describe extraordinary abilities, known as siddhis, that arise from conserving and refining sexual energy. These are not mere myths, but symbolic descriptions of heightened states of awareness. Some of the powers attributed to semen retention include enhanced intuition, a sharpened inner sense that guides decisions beyond logic. Practitioners often report an almost prophetic awareness of events, a byproduct of heightened sensitivity, mental clarity, and memory. Retention is said to strengthen concentration and memory. Yogis claimed they could recite long scriptures flawlessly after years of celibacy. Magnetic aura, the conserved life force, radiates outward, creating a powerful presence. Leaders, saints, and teachers who practiced retention often displayed a charisma that drew people to them effortlessly. Increased vitality and healing power, retention preserves the body's most vital substance, leading to greater stamina, immunity, and even the ability to heal others through touch and intention. Heightened creativity. Sexual energy is creative energy. When sublimated, it fuels artistic inspiration, innovation, and problem-solving. Many geniuses, from Nikola Tesla to great monks, practiced forms of retention. Deep spiritual bliss beyond physical pleasure lies a more subtle joy, the bliss of inner stillness. Retention, when combined with meditation, awakens this higher happiness, often described as divine ecstasy. It is important to note that these powers are not ends in themselves. Ancient texts caution seekers not to become attached to siddhis, for they can distract from the ultimate goal, liberation of the soul. Psychological and scientific insights, while spiritual traditions speak of subtle energies. Modern science offers complementary explanations for the benefits of semen retention. Semen contains nutrients such as zinc, magnesium, and proteins vital for brain and body health. Conservation ensures these nutrients are not depleted excessively. Psychologically, abstaining from instant gratification strengthens dopamine regulation. In an age of overstimulation, many suffer from dopamine burnout, leading to low motivation and anxiety. Retention resets the brain's reward system, restoring motivation and joy in simple things. Neurological studies suggest that when sexual energy is restrained, the brain reallocates focus toward productivity, creativity, and long-term goals. Hormones such as testosterone may also rise temporarily, enhancing confidence and drive. While more research is needed, these findings echo what sages have taught for centuries, that conserving vital energy sharpens the mind and empowers the spirit. Practical steps for harnessing retention. Spiritually, retention should be approached not as suppression but as transformation. Here are practices that harmonize conserved energy with spiritual growth. Meditation, daily stillness, calms the mind and channels energy inward. Focus on the breath or a mantra to refine sexual energy into spiritual awareness. Breathwork pranayama. Techniques like alternate nostril breathing or deep diaphragmatic breathing circulate energy through the body and prevent stagnation. Physical discipline, regular exercise, yoga, and a clean diet keep the body strong, ensuring their retained energy is expressed through health and vitality. Creative outlets channel energy into music, writing, art, or problem-solving to prevent frustration and direct creativity outward. Service and compassion. Retention without love can turn into ego or pride. Serving others with kindness balances the energy and aligns it with higher purpose. Moderation, not extremism. The path differs for each person. Retention can mean long periods of celibacy or conscious moderation within marriage. The essence is control and redirection, not denial for its own sake. Misunderstandings and challenges. Like any powerful discipline, semen retention is surrounded by myths. Some view it as superstition. Others expect instant powers. In reality, it requires patience, consistency, and integration with other aspects of spiritual life. Without proper guidance, retention can lead to repression, guilt, or obsession with sexuality. Ancient teachers emphasized balance, reminding practitioners that true mastery is not in rejecting desire but in transcending it. The ultimate goal, liberation. While spiritual powers are fascinating, they are only milestones on a greater journey. The ultimate purpose of semen retention, as taught by sages, is union with the divine, freedom from the endless cycle of desire and suffering. By conserving life energy, refining it, and raising it to higher centers of consciousness, the practitioner awakens to their true nature, eternal, pure, and blissful. In this sense, semen retention is less about power and more about freedom from lust, from distraction, and from the lower self. It becomes a path to self-mastery, wholeness, and enlightenment. Conclusion. Semen retention, far from being a mere physical practice, is a profound spiritual discipline. It teaches mastery over desire, conservation of vital energy, and transmutation of passion into higher awareness. Across traditions, from Hindu yogis to Taoist sages, from Christian monks to great kings, this principle has been revered as a gateway to inner strength and divine connection. The spiritual powers associated with retention, intuition, clarity, vitality, creativity, and charisma are reflections of the deeper transformation that occurs when life force is directed upward rather than outward. Modern science, too, supports the idea that conserving sexual energy strengthens focus, motivation, and emotional balance. Yet, as the masters caution, these powers are not the final goal. They are gifts along the way, to be used wisely in service of others and in pursuit of the highest truth. Ultimately, semen retention is a practice of self-mastery, a reclaiming of one's sacred energy, and a pathway to liberation. By respecting this ancient principle, modern seekers can rediscover the immense spiritual potential that lies within, unlocking not just powers, but the freedom of the soul itself. Before we conclude, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your location in the comments side. Love to know where you're watching from. And if you ever have any questions, join our Telegram channel where we interact directly and help each other grow. The link is in the description.